Here we are in studio live now with Mr. Roland Lewis, better known as SCO Money. What's going on, man? Thanks for joining the show so early.
How y'all doing this morning, man? Thank y'all for having me.
Now let's get to the end of the peace walk yesterday, because that's where the message was delivered that has since gone viral locally, and it's beginning to spread even more. I could see the passion in your face and in your voice, and hear it in your voice when you were delivering the message. Did you have any of that planned, or did it just come from the heart?
It came from the heart.
Yeah, I could tell.
It came from the heart because, you see, the way I did it was the walk map I came up with that day. So I kind of actually went back that day. Before the walk, I had no map. So I didn't know it was going to get kind of big because, you know, officers had contacted me and say, hey, where's your route?
We don't have one.
Draw one on a napkin. We're going to go here.
He kind of advised me, like, man, you might want to get down there and find your route.
So these are the officers working with you?
Yeah, the officers that blocked off.
So you worked with police with this?
Each part of it. I think they were sent by Captain Paul Mouton.
Okay.
Which is, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. We know very well.
He's a friend here.
Right. So, and they basically was like, we were sent out. He asked us to ask you, where do you need us to go? What's your route? But by the morning time when I found out they was going to help me, I actually went down and did the walk myself. So I went and take the walk peacefully by myself around the whole corner, and I said, this is the perfect route here. This
is it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but by the speech that you gave yesterday in Parc Sans-Souci, it sounds like you and others are just fed up, not with just police brutality, but also fed up with how people have treated police.
Well, yeah, I'm fed up with. My sister's, you know.
And that was a big part. That was a big part of the sister. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, she's a cop in Benton Parish. That's close by Bossier in Shreveport, and you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, she's a fair-skinned person. My sister is really light skin. And at the end of the day, what if somebody just, you know, she's 100% African American, but what if somebody just wanted to pull the race card with her because
she has a badge on.
Because she has a badge on.
Right.
And we all know in society, as of, you know what I'm saying, just women, females are really targets. As of being female officers with criminals, they're really targets.
People think they can get away with it.
Criminals take women very lightly because at the end of the day, it's a woman.
Yeah. You were on stage yesterday in downtown Lafayette. You're on a bigger stage now, being on the radio. What would you tell any young man listening right now that is anti-police?
Don't be so hypocritical, because at the end of the day, when most of the cops that's on the police force are here to actually help your community. We have cops that make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying?
People make bad decisions in all professions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
human beings
at the end of the day,
decisions.
what you have to learn is you have to have faith in your justice system, enable for them to prevail, but you have to try to show that without too much anger, but kind of more love, because people will be fast to spread love more than anger. Nobody want to keep spreading anger. You know what I'm saying? I got to be honest. If I keep hearing people hooping and hollering about something I'm not giving them, eventually I'm going to become agitated, and I'm not going to want to hear what you're saying, because you're not asking me no more. You're demanding. You're telling me that this is what I need to do. So as a justice system, you already saying the justice system has failed you. You haven't even waited for verdict. You haven't waited for clarification. Nobody said nothing. You just hooping and hollering about what you want. So you're basically saying guilty. Already, we don't care what we say. Guilty, and not giving the justice the system a chance. You have to give the system a chance, enable for you to say, well, okay, you know, maybe I should look at this situation different, or maybe I should approach this, you know, situation different. So, you know, that's just how I look at it. And most of the people who don't think the justice system prevails is not in the justice system. They're actually doing something other than the justice system. That's why they don't want it to
Facebook
prevail.
Lawyers, people have degrees on Facebook.
There's a lot of degrees out there, man.
There's a lot of law degrees on Facebook, man. They know the law. You swear their military background. They've got, it was great because in the rap, you get away from what you see online, because we tend to get caught up and we think that that's how these people are, or the people who look like this I've seen online. This is what they think, or this is what they say, or these people are on welfare, or these people actually have jobs, or these people hate police, or these people love police. But you get away from that world and you look at actual reality. where they had people of all races, people of all ages, size, shapes, colors out there, and they were all, it was the same message.
Right.
And it wasn't,
right.
you know, this side, us versus them. You know, when you spoke, I think you covered everything. It's like, we need to be better to each other. We need to be better to police. And I think that's where your message echoed with so many.
I had a guy come up to me yesterday, and it was so hard for me not to argue or debate with him, because when he came with so much hostility. He came, he approached me, and he said, "What is your goal today?" You know what I'm saying? Black man, what is your goal today? What are you going to do? And I looked at him and I said, I really don't know what I'm, everything was pretty much freestyle. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Right. I'm just here to give my people hope and talk to them and give them words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he drilled me. You don't know nothing. You're a young, you know, dumb young man. You don't know, you're a little boy. And I'm looking at him and I'm telling, but I had to be the bigger person, because by the time he came back and apologized to me after I did my last speech, he said, "Man, I really apologize." But I had to show him that I had to be the bigger person. You thought that I was the enemy, and I'm not the enemy.
Yeah, we saw that in Baton Rouge when the youth spoke out. I said on air, I thought the youth set the example for people in Baton Rouge, and I think yesterday you set the example likewise for people that are protesting, not just in Baton Rouge and elsewhere. I think more people need to listen to the younger generation, because right now it seems that the younger generation is making the most sense of it all.
I seen so many protesters, but I was like, well, okay, you know what I'm saying? Where, like, I actually asked myself that, where's the peace walks? Like, I seen a lot of protesters. I seen a lot of people, everybody, and that's what I told everybody yesterday when I was talking to them. Everybody's mad, and the tension is high in the city, and we're not even in Baton Rouge. Ain't that crazy how the tension is high here?
It's high throughout the country, and I think what you did yesterday is the beginning of bringing it back to reality and solving issues. So job well done.
Easing it down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? When you think about it, with the tension being so high, even if you was to get pulled over now, the first thing you're going to do is, God.
Well, if you jump
oh my God,
here we go.
Just fine. Just
you
know
know
what I'm saying?
Ticket.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, when I really feel like you should be able to breeze through this, and the cops should be able to come up to you and say, "Hey, you did 5 over. Give me your license insurance. Here's your ticket.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do. Have a nice day. Thank you. I did my job and you did yours." You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, man, we appreciate you coming in this morning. Check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. The Peace Walk, we've got it up now, 1079ishot.com. Where can people follow you? You said you're on all the social networks.
You can follow me on Instagram at Sko Money, SCOMONEY. You know what I'm saying? You can Facebook, Roland Lewis /Sko Money. Twitter, Roscoe Sko Money. Snapchat, Sko Money. Like, each one gonna say Sko.
He's everywhere.
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 So, you know what I'm saying? Tumblr. You know, it doesn't make a difference. Man, you're on Pinterest. I'm on Pinterest. It does.
He's on Pinterest.
And here's his cell phone number. But hey, look, thanks for coming in. Job well done yesterday. We applaud you, the police, and everyone who came out and did a wonderful thing in Lafayette.
I appreciate it. Thank you all.